What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another one here. We're going to be running the Storm Tower Cell 12 experimentation testing for you guys here to figure out where our mins and our max are with regards to the Exalted X-Men. And of course as well, just so you guys are aware, full transparency here, I have got my my little kiddo here. He's just in the background having a nap. So if you guys hear him making some noises, hiccuping, all that good stuff, apologies there. Yep, just daddy's on the clock, and mom is taking a break. Oh, there he goes right now. I think I just heard him hiccup. So anyways, so we're gonna be running some quick testing here. We're gonna be seeing if we can get our Exalted X-Men up a little bit here, just to see where the limiters are. And again, I don't recommend doing this if you guys don't have the resources doing it to be able to do the investment side. But I will be doing it for you guys, so you guys don't have to do it, and then you guys can figure out if this is something you wish to pursue, if this is what you guys want. Having said that as well, if you guys have seen some of my other footage, you'll know that you don't necessarily need to do the Cell 12 to get all the shards for Storm Mighty. You'll be able to get through all of it all, pretty much just running the 3 months worth of it. So just FYI now, and so you guys are aware of it. Other than that, I'm going to skip through the finished product so you guys can see my roster here. Ta-da! Magic. So this is the finished product here. Pretty much everyone is at level 105. I've already got my Storm bumped up from 110 previously with regards to the Surfer, Breaker, Scourge. There's no way around that, but I did want to make sure that we can figure out where the mins and the max were, and I did figure out something. With my testing, I was able to figure out that you basically need all healers. Having all the healer ISO 8s is going to make this a breeze. It'll make it more of a breeze. I had them on Raiders and Strikers, and it was not working because we can't land the vulnerabilities. So I was kind of switching between the healers and the barriers, and this was the hotspot that I found out. So again, we got Wolverine. He's 1105. Everything's T4 except for his basic level 3 purple. And Storm, again, level 4 purple healer. Everything's maxed out levels, everything aside. And as you guys can see here, she is kind of the quarterback to this entire team because of the fact that she applies the exposure and the ability block and all these other stuff here. You can have a look through it. I'm not going to talk about it because that's pretty standard. Jubilee, we've got here at tier 19, level 105. Do not bring her to 20. It's a lot of mutant materials, guys, and that's why I wanted to keep it very reasonable here. But I will say this, if you have Old Man Logan should be 20. I mean, he's so good in so many game modes. If he's not 20, you get him to 20, because he is the main reason we can get this one done here. And of course, if he's not 20, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I would say. Angel, tier 20, because he's got no reds, but he is also clutch here, level 105. Weakest out of the bunch, but that's it, guys. And I don't know, like, maybe I'll try it out when we have Morph unlocked next month, but unfortunately, that's the way it goes, and we will have to see. We'll have to see if he makes an impact, but Old Man Logan is just absolutely clutch. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so switching over to the healer ISO 8s and finding out the hotspot, and of course as well, we're going to jump in here and do this. We've pretty much got the strategy down now, so I feel like it is very, very important for you guys to know that the Nightcrawler here is very, very deadly at the start here. So what you want to do is you want to make sure when you ult here with Storm's ult, you want to make sure you target Nightcrawler. This is going to allow for us to take that evasion right off of Nightcrawler, thanks to the, I think it's just the auto attack or something, right? But anyways, it gets the little extra ping there, and that takes the evasion right off of Nightcrawler. From that point on, that will allow our Old Man Logan the ability to stun. This is important because if Nightcrawler uses that special, he's going to give everybody a ton of speed. And we don't have Morph to cancel out that speed. We don't have Morph unlocked just yet, so hence why we need to do that. And then from that point on, we can control the board a little bit easier. Just a couple of little points as well to be mentioning here is the fact that every time you use your ult, you're going to get Professor Xavier clearing a lot of the negatives, and that's going to be a problem for us. So we want to make sure when we do target Professor X, we want to be using our basics and our specials. Now, having said that as well, we're going to need to use our ult occasionally here and there to apply some crowd control. So again, right here, we're throwing the stun to apply the slows. This is also going to stun Jubilee as well because she's taking her next turn here. And watching the turn meter is also going to be very, very important to getting this one done here. Are you okay, buddy? You all right? He's looking at me. Sorry, my my little boy here, he's just having a chill nap. Okay, so we throw the stun here as well, just to kind of get the revive once back on our old man Logan. This is going to give him a second pair of life. And again, we're just getting some crits here. At the early stages, it really doesn't matter if you go for Old Man Logan or Jubilee. My personal preference is try to get damage spread throughout. It really doesn't matter because when we do drop some of these guys, the next wave is going to... the timing, we can control the timing of the drop. Just because we have a ton of crowd control. So you'll see that here when we go through it. Hopefully you guys are able to, if you guys are trying to look to do this one, you can do it with New Mutants. I think New Mutants can get it done pretty smoothly, but we didn't want to put our gold into old crappy 2.0 stat tunes. That seems like a terrible waste of your resources. And for people that already invested in them, then that's fine, right? You've already done your due diligence. We throw the stun back on Nightcrawler because we don't want him taking a turn. Now be careful here because Mephisto is also going to take a massive ult on us. Throwing the stun on him would help, but nonetheless, we have all those healer ISO 8s helping us sustain our health bars. This is the reason why I switched them all to healers, and I found that was the best way to get around it. We'll throw the special here on Old Man Logan because every time our character's a hit, they also, I think, get some heals back to the group, I believe. I could be wrong here. I could be wrong, but anyways, and apologies again. My son's having a nap here, so if he starts crying, I will try to cut the recording and figure things out. You okay, buddy? Anyways, as we're going through this, Old Man Logan drops like a rock, and now we can finish off maybe Nightcrawler here before the next wave drops. So again, reapply the slow. This is nice. This is gonna help just get things going for us because the more slows they have, the more turn meter we can take. Okay, so again, we're targeting Professor Xavier, which is fine. Just don't use the ult. If you use the ult, he's going to lose all his negatives. So if you are going to plan to take care of Professor X, keep in mind he's going to be permanently ability blocked as well, thanks to Storm's passive. So again, applying some bleeds here. Nightcrawler is stunned, so we can kind of divvy our attacks up between Professor X and Nightcrawler. And again, we have a stun here. We're not using an ultimate because we do not want the negatives clearing. So we'll throw these special on X. He's just going to clear it, but it does still apply some damage, and hence why I'm doing it. And again, just applying the basic there. And if you guys didn't already get a chance, make sure, like I said, make sure that, if you want to do this strategy and you have the resources to do it, you can. But here's the thing. If you can already get to cell 11, you don't really need to do the last cell 12 to max out Storm. You can get all her shards basically from the 3 runs of it from the first set of, the first saga. And who knows, they might actually allow other ways to get her shards, so it may not be the last time as well. But anyways, as you guys see here, we are avoiding the ult, and we're basically applying the basics and the specials to Professor X. And right here is important because if we kill off, I think 1 more character or 2 more characters, the next wave is going to drop here. So yeah, again, right here, see, this is important. Now we can kind of control the board a little bit. Professor X is down, so your high priority targets, I would say, is Old Man Logan and Professor X, and that's it. That's it. You've pretty much got this game locked down now. The last, I would say the last dangerous one is Mephisto and Nightcrawler. And once we get rid of those 2 guys, it does end up being quite a walk in the park, I feel. So this one, if you guys are curious, did take me probably about 10 minutes of attempts, maybe less actually. Once I got the healer ISO 8s down, it was basically a one-shot. But the other times, I did try it with my tier 19s. And I did find that Angel kept dying, so I had to bring him up. I had to bring him up to tier 20, and that really helped his healing and his sustain. So I do feel like that extra tier gear really, really helped. But nonetheless, if you guys don't have the resources for it, then I would say, maybe hold off and just maybe sit on cell 11 for the time being, so that you don't waste your resources on number 12. So anyways, next wave drops, and as you guys can kind of see here, it's very, very straightforward. Not too many high dangerous targets. Just your typical. Oh, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? You okay? Just some Landras, and like I said, fairly straightforward. Oh, yep. My son was just a little upset there, so apologies. Anyways, so as you guys can see here, it is very, very straightforward once we take care of the high problematic targets. Old Man Logan. And of course as well, the Professor X, I think, are probably, in my opinion, 2 of the most dangerous characters still in this game. And of course, slapping them together with Mephisto really gives us a little bit of a difficult challenge. But I hope you guys can see that with the addition of Old Man Logan to this team, it actually kind of gives me a little bit of a hope now that perhaps maybe I can use this 4-piece plus Old Man Logan for my next Crucible. I'll keep you guys posted for that. But nonetheless, still very, very cool to see. And on top of that, once you kind of see this last wave dropping, blinds, stuns, ability blocks, really, we can pretty much hit auto at any point here. But I would say once I start finish off the stuns here, we can pretty much hit this on autopilot, and it will kind of do the rest for us here. Yeah, Old Man Logan is just absolutely blows my brains how good he is. He just absolutely shines in all the game modes, and of course as well, I used him extensively in Blue Marvel. He didn't have his spotlight during the Xavier saga, but of course as well, that was because the Shadow King boss duplicated him. But nonetheless, very, very good character PvE wise, and still, in my opinion, probably one of the best plug-and-play characters right now if he's able to. Next to Daemon and Old Man Logan are probably two of the best pieces that you can have in your arsenal. And again, you can really see here, despite the fact that it is Cosmic Crucible buffs, he can keep up with the big boys. His stuns, his ability blocks, his massive amounts of bleeds, right? You can't really do it. I tried variations of a 4-piece with Phoenix, with Nightcrawler, and Old Man Logan was the kingpin. He was the key breaker here. And of course as well, hopefully, I'm sure other great content creators will probably get some footage out to this, but I want to make sure you guys get the footage as well here. If you guys were struggling with Cell 12, if you guys were looking to do it here without the new mutants, and of course as well with the Exalted X-Men, which is kind of the newest and latest and greatest Cosmic Crucible team. So hopefully you guys can kind of see that here. And like I said, near the end, it's just Cyclops and Wolverine. Kind of ironic because, you know, obviously, if you guys watch the, you know, the TV series or the comics, very, very funny to have them in here. But anyways, yeah, so hopefully you guys can see how good this team was. And hopefully you guys were able to get some value out of this video as well. Apologies, again, I didn't have as much time as I wanted yesterday to play around and test with it, but I did have some time today, and of course as well, I was very pleased with the results. And yeah, of course as well, I think I did spend about 70-80 mil worth of gold, but we got a pretty good, decent supply of it from the Eclipse Convergence event, so it kind of worked out. And now we've got our Cell 12 underlocked here, and we've got our 2 diamonds storm unlocked as well. So this will be good for if you guys are looking to push higher for the Surfer Breaker Scourges, or if you guys just want to get that storm maxed out now so you don't have to worry about it. Other than that, guys, always appreciate you guys tuning in, always appreciate you guys' time. Please let me know in the comments below how your guys' run was, and if this helped or didn't help, or if you guys found a different alternative strategy that might have helped other people out. Other than that, guys, happy Saturday. I'll see you guys in the next one.